They do note in the article that most of the criticism comes from Republicans. Have you heard any concerns from anyone who has met with President Biden about him seeming a little slower?
No.
The Russians are trying to make us and the public not trust our election integrity. Joe Biden has dementia, all this stuff.
The Russians.
Oh my God.
This is for Devon. Let me show you this. And let me know your thoughts,
because I've been working very
Stamina, physically and mentally, do you think to continue on even after 2024?
So obviously we're talking about Joe Biden. We're getting ready to talk about Jake Tapper, the book that he wrote or contributed to that exposes how Biden's team, Corinne over here, as well as others, as well as the media, they bamboozled us. And matter of fact, Biden's team, this is what I don't understand. Why aren't Democrats more upset? If I was a Democrat, if I voted Democrat and liberal, I'd be pissed off. I'd feel like I was lied to. I feel like I'm betting money on a team. Imagine that. I'm betting money on a team. And the players on the team aren't telling me or aren't being real about they're injured. And they know that they're not going to be successful, but they're not keeping it real, saying that they're injured. No, we need to get somebody else in there. I got money on this game. But I guess we just excuse it when it comes to Democratic behavior. We're just so used to it. So let's go.
Stamina, physically and mentally, do you think to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. You know, I can't even keep up with it.
The most difficult part about a meeting with President Biden is preparing for it, because he is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
I can testify because I've been working very closely with this president for the past 2 years. I've been knowing him for 30 years. And I'm telling you, this guy's tough. He's smart. He's on his game.
Joe Biden has vision. He has knowledge. He has a strategic thinker.
The president is focused. He's detail-oriented. He's always thinking about the big picture.
He is engaging. He is capable. He has an incredible record as president.
And I'm often with him on foreign trips. He's at the top of his game. So he has a vision. He has knowledge. He has judgment. He has a strategic thinking.
I met with the president, 5 or 6 weeks ago, and he seemed fine to me.
I have complete confidence in the president. I have watched him expertly guide meetings of staff and cabinet members. I could not.
You could tell more. Bernie ain't want to say that.
I would just tell you that I meet frequently with the president, and every single time I meet with him, he is just fine.
But he is, again, knowledgeable, wise.
Incredibly sharp, incredibly probing, incredible command of the details.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There is nothing to these challenges, these suggestions that somehow he's not sharp and he's not capable.
We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issue.
And you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has.
I say his age is an asset.
He's wise.
Yes, he's wise. He has wisdom. He has experience.
And his experience, because of his age and his wisdom, has been invaluable to this country.
A lot of countries, people who've been in office a longer period of time are praised for their wisdom.
I have seen a lot of 72-year-olds not as capable as this 80-year-old.
It is hard for us to keep up with this president.
His mental acuity is great. It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. He's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong.
And this kind of sense that he's not ready for this job is just a bucket of BS that's so deep, your boots are.
That was just the first clip to serve as a reminder. Now let's get into this one. So Jake Tapper, the guy that wrote the book, calling out the media and calling out Trump's team for hiding his cognitive decline. And real quick, Vons, you said that he was sick. What do you mean that he was sick? Are you trying to say that he was sick? That's why he had the bad debate performance? Because I do remember people saying that. I don't know if I would categorize him as sick. And if so, I guess he's been sick for like 5 years, because this cognitive decline has been happening for a very long time. But when you just are so used to appeasing and saying Democrats and liberals are right, and anything against Trump I'm rocking with, I can see how you may miss that. I can see how you may miss Joe Biden's shuffling on stage and looking like he's, rushing to get to the Jello line at the old folks' home. I can see how you would think that that's just perfectly fine. I can see that. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at this.
How do you think it makes little kids with stutters feel when they see you make a comment like that?
It's very clearly a cognitive decline.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable.
You have I can't. That's so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
try and figure out an answer.
A cognitive decline. President Biden embraces his stutter, talking about it, while Trump mocks it, exaggerates it, belittles it. He's sharp physically. I mean, mentally. Yeah. I think the question is physically, right?
Right.
More so?
Right.
Right. And the guy who's his chief opponent is only 3 or 4 years younger than him.
Exactly.
I mean, you have questioned President Biden's age, mental fitness, ability to lead. Of those supporting Biden, you said, quote, shame on all of you pretending everything is okay. You're leading us and him into a disaster. Do you worry that you damaged him at all? I don't doubt that you got hugs and handshakes behind closed doors today, and maybe even publicly, some of them because they like you personally. But I've heard a lot of really nasty stuff about you from your Democratic colleagues. Sure. I mean, just like, what is he thinking? Exercise in narcissism. I mean, false claims to the Wall Street Journal about President Biden's mental fitness and acuity. He's 81, and his memory, it doesn't seem great. It's not horrible, but I don't understand the outrage. Quote, behind closed doors, Biden shows signs of slipping, unquote. The Wall Street Journal is owned by News Corp, which is run by the Murdochs. Beyond the headline, there is some critical nuance here. The article is mostly based on observations of Republicans, with former Speaker Kevin McCarthy the only one going on the record. They do note in the article that most of the criticism comes from Republicans. Have you heard any concerns from anyone who has met with President Biden about him seeming a little slower?
No.
The Russians are trying to make us and the public not trust our election integrity. Joe Biden has dementia, all this stuff.
The Russians. Ew. Sorry to interrupt the video. We got a new challenge. 20,000 by the end of April. We fell short in March, but we're going to get our goal this month. Thank you all in advance for those that are going to continue to like, subscribe, maybe even leave some comments and let us know how we're doing. And on that note, let me let y'all get back to the video and I'll see y'all soon. Ew. I had to stop it there. So let's take a look at this. So apparently the Russians were right about Biden and the Americans were wrong. The Americans that work with him, the American media, the American journalists, the Russians were right. This is Democrats. One day you're going to have to look in the mirror and see, and just be honest with yourself and just say that the reason why the party is crumbling is because of me. It's because of me. And it's not just because of you, of course, but it's the accumulation of a bunch of yous, because all of you seem to have adopted the same mindset when it came to defending Joe Biden. Remember what I said earlier about how people who grew up in single parent households, they'll still defend their single parent when I have a lot of these conversations because they just get in protector mode. They want to protect their loved ones. This is how a lot of y'all act with Joe Biden. This is how a lot of y'all act with Joe Biden. It's low-key Stockholm syndrome. Joe Biden, the man that locked up with the crime bill and destroyed more black families than any other president in the history of maybe the country, that's the person that y'all run to defend the most. Oh, that's it? All right, so that's the end of that one. And Jake Tapper's the one that's making this book. So and this is the thing, what Unc said, but old age is old age. We're going to get there one day. That's why I say free Biden. Let Biden live. I think G had a comment earlier where he's like, they used him. They used it. He was a puppet that the left used, or he was a puppet that the left loved taking advantage of via his dementia. Real talk. They used Joe Biden. I feel bad for Biden. I've said this plenty of times over the last year on this show where it's like, damn, I really actually have grown a fondness or actually have liked Biden more because I realized, like, damn, like he just kind of out of it. Biden actually seems like somebody cool to chill with, kick it with. You know, I used to go to the nursing homes, and I always love going to the nursing home because those people, they just keep it real. They'll say the craziest things and, you know, tell you whatever's on their mind. I love going to the nursing home, to be honest. I loved interacting with the old folks, but it doesn't mean that they should be running the country. Like, let me. There are photos of Trump falling asleep in meetings. So I think somebody wrote that there was Biden falling asleep. Yeah, but Unc. There's falling asleep, and then there's that deep sleep. You know what I'm saying? Trump may fall asleep. You know, hit him a little. You know, in court, y'all got him running around in court. He's up all day. Biden, y'all got him no morning meetings, and he's still falling asleep, looking like he's on the beach in Delaware. All right, let's keep going. And I saw Ant and Von's talking about the Diddy trial, but the Diddy trial, I don't think that you can watch it on TV. I think there's no, I don't think they're televising it. I think this because I know that everybody who's been reporting on it, it's been all handwritten notes. You can't record. I don't even think you can have voice recorders in there. You have to keep in mind, though, how long Biden was in politics, 30 years, maybe 40. I don't care about all that. Like, what you mean? We ain't giving LeBron excuses saying that. Well, maybe some people are. I don't know. Let me get through the rest of these. Hold on. Honest wrote, no integrity for the media at all, in partnership with liars, manipulators, and cheaters in the name of what? Money, donors, followers. Our nation has suffered immensely from this type of life. I agree. To make the great lie greater, now they can write a book based on lies and cover-ups to make money in their failed, crumbling world. This is insane. I hope nobody reads this book. I hope that everybody bootlegs it. And I hope that Jake Tapper doesn't make any money off of this, because you should not. There should be some type of journalistic integrity where you can't lie to people for years and years and years and then try to make a book and profit off of people lying about the thing that you actually did. Like you're making money off of accusing people of doing something that you actually took part in. But unless he's acknowledging it, his role in it. So I don't know. Donald Trump was selling condos when Biden was in the halls of Congress. I agree, but old age is old age. All right, so let me try to make sure I get the majority of these. Let me try to get through. Geriatrics in politics is not smart. So why aren't you mad, Vons? Why aren't you mad? All right. Hold up. Tell what's a religion? What am I telling to religion? Let's talk about it. Speaking of religion, I think I had one more video that oh no, it's already 10 o'clock. Nah, we out of here. I had a couple more videos. Two of them that I kind of saved. Maybe I didn't want to play them. I smelled, and maybe I got a little discouraged with certain video. One didn't necessarily have to do with religion, but I guess, yeah. Let's not do that. Was Biden a front for Obama having a third term? I think so. A lot of people have said that that Obama was running things, his whole team and everything like that. Yeah, I don't know. Selling books about lying for centuries. Ooh. Hold up, Ann. Are you trying to say that the Bible is not truthful? Are you trying to say that the Torah is not true? What are you saying? I don't know. I'm going to let you say that. You may disagree, but what are you trying to say? Don't try to get me to say something. You said you direct. You say it. Now, on that note, let me get y'all out of here. I actually got a bunch of stuff to do as well. But appreciate y'all bearing with me. I know today was a little bit all over the place. Yeah, I could blame it on the back. If I was Democrat or liberal, I would or or a woman. I can't even say a woman because I was going to say something specific. I can't say that. Let me just keep it where I was at. If I was Democrat, or liberal, I would say that the reason why the Today Show wasn't as organized is because my back and, I don't want to take accountability. It's not my fault. It was the mattress. It was all this other type of stuff. But it is what it is. I appreciate y'all. Do me a favor. Make sure that y'all like real quick as we do our send off. Let's do our 45 seconds. Y'all know we set out every week to make that week on Sundays and Mondays our greatest week ever. Hopefully we got a chance to bring that to fruition. I'm going to take my 45 seconds to focus on the things that I need to focus on to bring that to fruition. It's going to be a tough challenge for me, but I'm looking forward to it. So it is what it is. Y'all can take it to get your breath work in. Y'all know every exhale, exhaling all the negative energy, inhaling all the positive. Do your manifesting, meditation, whatever it is. I'm closing my eyes. You do what you need to for yours. But let's take 45 seconds and we'll begin that now. Y'all get out the chat for 45 seconds because I know y'all going to be back and forth. My eyes are closed. 45 seconds has begun. All right, two more. Exhale. Exhale and all that negative. Inhale and all the positive. One last one. Exhale and all that negative, all that liberal Democrat energy. Inhaling all that positive energy. I ain't say conservative Republican, just positive. All right. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we come here to do. Elevate on purpose, both from an intentional standpoint, as well as raising our standards to become the best leaders we can become, to grow into the people we need to become to accomplish these outlandish, amazing, arrogant goals that we set for ourselves because we're willing to put the work in, strength and honor, onward and upward. And of course, we're going to get to that bag. What's in your bag, you got to determine for yourself based on the goals that you want. The things that I focus on in my bag: peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and in everything we do, integrity. So maybe this is a good exercise for all of us to do. Figure out a plan. Figure out, when I say in the bag, those are all the little steps that are going to get us to our desired goal as we strive for purposeful abundance and aim for that personal legend. What's the impact that we're going to make on this world? So on that note, I'll let y'all go. I'll see y'all soon. G wrote, peace and love to all. Shy, gang, you know what it is. And Quee sent the fire emoji. So on that note, I'll see y'all. Everyone have an amazing weekend. And do something to I don't know, do something healthy this weekend. Let's do something healthy, positive, and loving this weekend. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Enjoy what is to come. Oh yeah, and real quick before we leave, so we got a new show that we're putting out together, a new little segment. No, ain't nothing little, but a new series that we're doing, 2 P's on a pod, focused on perseverance and perspective. We're going to be interviewing interesting people. So if you guys are interested in actually doing an interview or getting involved, just let us know. We're going to highlight different people's businesses, the different lessons that they've learned from business, sports, various things, and just have some good combos. So on that note, Queen's Pop's birthday today. Happy birthday, Pops. Happy birthday, Pops, to probably, I ain't gonna say probably my favorite childhood coach. You feel me? We ain't got to put no probably on that. My favorite childhood coach who introduced me to football, Queen's Pops. So definitely want to show Pops some love on his birthday. So on that note, I'll see y'all soon. And Ant, I'll definitely send the link. I'll send it in the OG group chat. But on that note, yeah, show Pops some love. I'll see y'all soon. Ew.